All right.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey everybody, this is Illusion Weaver here.
Hey, it's Cubieverse.
You sound okay, Bill, no worries.
All
Little echo, but it's totally doable.
right, cool.
All right, so everybody, welcome to Hunter's Lodge 16, and this is going to be a really good one. So let's dive right in. We have a lot of exciting stuff we want to share with you guys today. Okay, so here's what we will cover. We're going to be talking about exports, Pizzeria Structures, MMA event, quality of life improvements, new type of event called city events, and our very first city event. Followed by Q&A as usual, and a little QB battle contest at the end as well. So definitely stick around because there are prizes to be won. Let's go. First, let's talk about the export mechanics. So one change here is that now you will start to see us adding a lot of functionality connected to the account level. We already have one. When you reach account level 30, you get the access to the buy it now feature in the auction house. Added to this now is that exports will unlock for all players once they have reached account level 10. And as of this moment, there are two export mechanisms in the game. One is via vending machines, which is available in all countries. You can turn crystal keys into, you can turn cubic coins into crystal keys. And then very soon, you will be able to turn cubic coins into gift cards. And we're going to talk more about that today. All right. First of all, the first gift card exports in Cubieverse will be in the UK. We will have Pizza Hut gift cards, and in USA we'll have Domino's gift cards. This is just to get started with. We have a whole bunch of other brands lined up, but with these two, we're going to get started. Okay, so how is that going to work? Well, that's where the Pizzeria Structures come into play. Introducing Pizzeria Structures. So these bad boys, you have to build on a tag type pizzeria, and you have to build it all the way up to a blue UV level 10. And at that point, once you get to that point, you will be able to upgrade your blue UV to a pizzeria structure. The base cost is 5,000 crystal keys for the blueprint, 3 unique stamps to activate as usual, and of course the owner gets 5% kickback. And this one obviously needs a QB with affinity pizza. And right now we have 2 of those. We have the Tiki Warrior Papaika, really loves pizza. And of course we have our Pizza QB. That's a no-brainer. Okay. Here is what it will cost to build. So a bunch of paint and a bunch of resin, the usual. And this is what it will look like, the generic pizzeria structure. Okay, so what does it do? It depends on where you build it. If you build a pizzeria and it's not a Pizza Hut in the UK or a Domino's in the US, it will come out once it's finished as a generic pizzeria structure. But that's fine because you can still do the pizza quest there. And the pizza quest is similar to the sushi quest. So it will offer a pizza quest to all players. You pay 1 green key, have a meal at the restaurant, and you get a reward. You will always get resources. You get a medium chance to get the rare Pizza Chef Cubie blueprint, and you have a very low chance to get the Master Pizza Chef Cubie blueprint. Okay, so that's what happens when you build it on a generic, on a restaurant that is not Domino's in the US or Pizza Hut in the UK. However, keep in mind is, like I said, we're only starting with those two brands, but we have a whole bunch of other pizzeria brands lined up. So, for example, if you build a pizzeria structure on a California Pizza Kitchen, then as soon as we activate the California Pizza Kitchen gift cards, you don't have to rebuild it. Your generic one that will look generic if you build it now, but will at that point automatically swap to the branded CPK looking structure, and it will automatically offer the option to have the gift cards. Okay, so let's take a look at that. What happens if you build it on a PTA that is part of the partner network? So they will, first of all, the structure will come out in a branded way. So instead of the generic one, you will see that's and obviously it will also have the pizza crust functionality, but on top of that, once you upgrade the pizzeria structure to level 5, you will unlock additional functionality and you will unlock gift card exports, which will allow you to turn Cubie coins into a Domino's gift cards or Cubie coins into a Pizza Hut gift card. Okay. Okay, so this is all jolly, but when can I actually start building these pizzerias? Right after this Hunter's Lodge. Available in the shop in 1 hour. 100 per country to get started. To see. Okay, hold on. Let me say we have.
Yeah, you were choppy for a little bit, but it seems like it's better now.
Ah, okay. Is it better now? Okay. Okay, I know we're gonna have questions about this on the Q&A. The pizzeria quest is much shorter than the sushi quest. So if it's a Domino's that does not have dine-in, you will still be able to do the quest. You only need to stay there 5 minutes. So if you start it when you're walking up to the building, when you collect your pizza, by the time you walk out, you should be done with the quest. Okay, sounds is better apparently. Good. Right. So I can't wait to start seeing pizzerias pop up in the Cubieverse. I know I'm hungry for a pizza, so I'll whoever builds one in Vegas, I'm going. Okay, so quick reminder then. Of course, the gift card exports are share the same export cooldown as the vending machines. So you have to choose each week: do you want to export to Crystal Keys or do you want to export to a gift cards? Okay, let's talk about the next thing. MMA event. So you guys remember when there was the World Cup, FIFA World Cup, we did a prediction contest where people could win prizes by predicting who won the matches. We're going to do something similar, but in the world of MMA. The biggest MMA event of the year is coming up mid-April. So for that live event, around that live event, we're going to do a prediction contest. And here is what that looks like. Whoa, what happened? Okay. All right, the MMA Watch Event. So you will be able to get unique QBs and get a lot of prizes by participating in this prediction contest. And the only thing you will need to do is equip a certain fighter that you think is going to win each of the fights. And yeah, I'll explain more here. So let's go through it. How will this MMA Watch Event work? Step 1 is you need to grab the blueprint from the shop. This is a new common randomizer blueprint. Will cost 2,500 cubic coins, 10k per country supply. We will start selling this April 9 to April 13. You can buy as many as you want. This is a typical randomizer. It has 2 different outputs. Let's take a look at them. Second thing is you need to do is you need to print your fighters. Since this is a common QB, it's very easy to print. You just need 500 MMA gloves and 1,000 resins for each print. And there you have the 2 different outcomes. It can either print the red gloved MMA fighter QB or the blue gloved MMA fighter QB. Where do I get these MMA gloves from? They will drop from green user vaults starting April 9 all the way to April 13. So you just collect a cup. You collect 500 of these gloves and some resin, and you print. Make sure you have, I mean, it's probably best if you have one of each color. That way, during the event, you will be able to make the predictions like you want them to make, right? So let's go to the next step then. Step 3 is watch the live event. This event will happen Saturday, April 13 at 7 p.m. PST. We do not provide a way to watch it, but there are multiple ways to watch it. The first one is it's going to be a pay-per-view on ESPN Plus, I believe. So if you're familiar with that and you want to watch it from the comfort of your own home, then you can just do that. But the second option I think is much more interesting. Pretty much every sports bar in your area will be streaming this event. So if you gather a couple of local hunters and go eat some buffalo wings together, and at the same time win some prizes with the prediction contest in Cubieverse, that sounds like a really fun time to me. If you want to know which sports bars in your local area are going to be streaming this live, scan this QR code here and it will tell you. I know that every Buffalo Wild Wings in the United States will show this event, and so is every major sports cafe and bar, etc. So just look for whoever is going to stream UFC 300 and we are good. Okay, so that's step 3. And of course, while the fights are happening, we will also open a special watch party channel on Discord where we can just all hang out together and comment on the fight, etc. So please all join our Discord. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so step 4 then, while the fights are happening, now you need to make your prediction, right? So when the fighters are walking out to the cage, you will see that one of them will be wearing blue gloves and the other will be wearing red gloves. So that's how you make a prediction. If you see the guy with the red gloves and you think, man, that guy is definitely going to win, then just equip the red MMA QB for that fight. You need to equip it before the fight starts. And the official snapshot is what I mean by snapshot is when we take a look who has what equipped. The snapshot will happen as soon as Bruce Buffer starts announcing each fight. So as soon as Bruce Buffer starts talking to the microphone, announcing each particular fight, before that you should have had your QB equipped. So, you saw the fighters walk in, you think you know who's going to win, you equip the QB, now the fight happens, and then something will happen, right? One of the fighters will win. And then depending on what happens is how many points you will score. And that is in step 5. Score points and climb the leaderboards. So after each fight, we'll updating the leaderboard that will be on our website automatically. And here is how you can score points on the leaderboard. If your fighter wins by decision, you get 10 points. Wins by submission, you get 15 points. If he wins by a KO or TKO, 20 points. And if your fighter wins by first round knockout or technical knockout, you get 25 points. If it's a draw, both players get 5 points. Very unlikely for this to happen, but technically it can happen. And if you lose, obviously, you get 0 points.
Yep. Hey, JK92, I'm going to equip the blue gloves and we'll see who wins.
I'm going to watch the fighters walk out first and see who is wearing what. Okay, let's see. And then step 6, collect your rewards. So if you end up at the end of the night, after the last fight, we have the final leaderboards. If you end up in position 1 to 10, you will get the rare MMA achievement QB, which is the veteran MMA QB. This guy right here looks very menacing. It's the only way to get this guy is to be in the top 10 of this watch event. We will do this event probably at least once a year, so no worries. You will also get 5 contest boxes and you will get 500,000 resin. If you're in positions 11 to 50, you get 5 contest boxes and 250,000 resin. And then everybody else, so just participating, even if you scored horribly, as long as you participated, you get 2 contest boxes and 100,000 resin. So definitely worth participating. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Try to organize something local where you can all go to a sports bar, and I can guarantee you eat some wings, watch some fights, win some prizes. it's going to be a solid night.
Yep. Hey, for those wondering, we modeled this Cubie after Jeroen. You see him without a shirt on. These are the same tattoos he's got.
Yes, I'm also green.
It's green like
All
the
right.
hood.
So, recap of this. Join us for the first MMA Watch Event in the Cubieverse, Saturday, April 13, 7 p.m. PST. And don't forget, we will be opening a special viewing channel in Discord so we can all hang out and have a good time. All right, what's next? Okay, let's talk about a couple of quality of life improvements. So we'll see the first one. Okay, we have a new mailroom. What's new in this mailroom? You don't have to open all the boxes one by one. You just click a button, claim all, and all your whatever is inside is instantly transported to your inventory. I think you guys are gonna like that, because sometimes, especially now with the building, if you cut the ribbon on a couple of things, you get an insane amount of boxes to open. So this is definitely a quality of life improvement. Another one, we tweaked the cooldown timers for trade checks and restaurant quests. So from I think this goes live next week or the week after. But we will be changing the cooldown timers. Trade checks will now be available to you the third reset after you solve them. So when you solve them, just count 3 resets, midnight UTCs. The third reset, they will be back. So you know exactly when they will be back. We also shortened the cooldown timers on restaurants, which affects obviously the sushi restaurant and the new pizzeria quest, the pizza quest. So the sushi quest and the pizza quest, you will now be able to do every 3 days instead of once a week. Okay. Okay, and then the last but not least, especially not least, is we have an entirely new type of events. We call them city events. And here's how it works. It's a local multiplayer-based city-wide event. So in essence, we take over a city and we just gamify the hell out of it and turn it into a really fun activity in that city with together with everybody else who shows up. So the best way to look at this is like, remember, some people, if they remember when they went to Coin Hunt Fest, we had one part of Coin Hunt Fest was panels and meetings and talks, and then another part was the in-game quests. This is the in-game thing cranked up to maximum. That's what the city event is, right? Yeah, let's take a closer look here. Why not instantly announce the first city event? Here we go. Our first city event will be in Phoenix, Arizona, and it will be May 18th and 19th. There's going to be an entry fee of 2,500 crystal keys. And I can't say, I mean, I'm not going to like spill all the beans on this event just yet. We'll probably do that in the next Hunter Lodge, but I will give you a highlight of what to expect, which is there are 2 main components to this city event in Arizona. There is going to be a daytime component and a nighttime component. The daytime component is called Fruit Festival, and the nighttime component is going to be a pub crawl Cubieverse style. And it's a lot more cool than that, but I don't want to spill the beans on this just yet. It's going to be, the weekend is going to be jam-packed with super cool rewards. So if you can make it, I'll be there. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So pre-registration for this first city event starts now. Just scan the QR code, quickly type in if you're coming or not, so we kind of have an idea of how many people will show up. But let me quickly go back for 1 second here. So May 18, 19, Phoenix, Arizona. Most likely it's going to be daytime part is going to be in Phoenix, Arizona. the nighttime part is going to be in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is right next to each other. So no worries about that. I don't think we can say much more about this at this point. I believe we should probably wait.
Yeah, I think we'll wait till next month to kind of unveil more about it. But there's a lot of questions about, what other cities and if we're going to do this again. And of course, that's the plan. So
Yep.
the more successful this is, the more we're going to do it. And I would think about it like as Jeroen said, it's like very similar to what we did at Coin Hunt Fest. Um, we're gonna, we're gonna be on tour and going from city to city and encouraging people to explore those cities.
Yep. And we're starting with Phoenix, Arizona. It's going to be nice weather, so everybody welcome. And yeah, we'll make sure that everybody has a blast. Okay, so let's show the QR code one more because I see some people missing it. I'll stay here for a second.
And this will get posted in the Discord and reshared, so you'll be able to see this again.
Okay. So, and that's all we have to talk about today, except announcing Hunters Lodge number 17, which will be Sunday, April 28th at 11 a.m. PST. So we'll see you there. We'll have a lot of new stuff to talk about then as well, including more details about the city event. Okay, one more thing. Battle of the Zodiacs, people. If you have a Zodiac, equip whatever you think is going to win. After the Q&A, we'll do is spin the wheel with all the Zodiacs. If you pick the one that won, you'll get 500 chromatic paint. But if you picked at least one of the Zodiacs, you will receive 100 chromatic paint. So switch, get one of the Zodiacs going, and let's see which Zodiac is going to reign supreme. We're going to settle the battle once and for all. What sign is the best? Let's see what it is. All right, people, and here you submit your Q&A questions. Remember, keep your questions about what we just talked about, and nothing about other stuff. I'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
Yep. See you guys.
All right, all right. We are back. Leppy, are you with us?
There.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with us. Welcome, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, hunters and QBs. Just a reminder to equip your Zodiac QB of choice as we are going to do a snapshot and then a spin the wheel at the end of the Q&A. Our first question is from Shurik. Will there be a data pull from OSM to accommodate the pizza structure launch?
Yes. The team is working on a data pull right now, so maybe by the end of next week it will be available. But yes, soon. Like yeah, within the next 2 weeks we'll have a fresh poll.
All right, that's great news to hear. Our next question is from Trento Demento. Do you plan for any city events to be held in Maryland?
I mean, let's just start with the first one because we have to make this a success before we decide to roll it out everywhere. But if it is what we think it's going to be, then any city could be a potential target.
Yeah, we want to do it as many places as possible. I would say, unfortunately, Baltimore is kind of logistically tough right now, but who knows what's going to happen in 6 months to a year.
Yes. Okay. Our next question is from Gold Miner. What about pizza shops in Canada?
For Canada, Canada is actually going to be the first one that will have coffee shop gift cards. We are working with Tim Hortons, and so the next structure that will roll out will most likely be a coffee shop structure, which will have Tim Hortons an Tim Hortons gift card unlock for Canadian players.
Yeah.
But because the coffee shop structure is very different than a restaurant structure, it doesn't have a restaurant quest. It has something different. It has consumables, so that's why it
Oh,
takes a
you
little
got to
bit more
stop
time.
spilling the beans on that.
Yeah,
Save it for
saying
the
too
next
much.
one. Save it for the next.
Oh, please, can we have more
But
beans? What
but
kind of
just
consumables?
so that people understand, like we want to roll out as many businesses within the Cubieverse as possible. It is a little bit weird. Like someone's commented about, why did we do one brand in the United States versus a different brand in the UK? And it's really because just how the licensing deals work. So it's possible. A lot of these companies have like different companies that run, like the UK versus the United States. And so there's different approval processes. But over time, we want to get as many companies as possible and as many different types of structures as possible. We want to make sure that every time you walk around the Cubieverse, it's really interesting and you can hit different kinds of content and do different kinds of exploration. But next Hunter's Lodge will tell you all about coffee stuff.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, maybe. Sorry.
Maybe
When
the
when
one.
we're ready to deploy them, we'll tell you more about
Yeah,
coffee.
yeah, yeah. We're actively working on them. That's all I can say. So we'll see when they get ready.
Okay, thank you. And our next question is from Alan Kill. Can we have both a generic pizza and a branded pizzeria, one of each?
No, just one per player. But like I said, don't worry too much about if you don't have, let's say you're in USA and you don't have a Domino's, don't worry too much about it. We've in previous Hunters Lodge we showed a bunch of other brands, so all of them are very most likely coming to Cubieverse at some point, gift cards wise. So, like I said, you can build something on a CPK, and then as soon as we activate it, yours will instantly turn into a branded pizzeria.
Okay, good to know. Our next question is from CMC Chunk. I have one last white user vault blueprint. I don't want to use it because I won't be able to build anymore. Any time frame of when we can destroy existing user vaults or increase our blueprint count?
You know, again, I can't give any specific date. However, it is coming soon. Both the ability to destroy or put up your structure for local auction. The design is done. So we are maximum 2 months away from that, I would say, maximum. And on the other hand, which is also probably even a shorter time frame, we're working on different perks that you can unlock with your account level. One of the perks that you will be able to unlock is an extra slot.
wide user code.
That's a good bean. Okay. Our next question is from Andy the RBG. Hi, I'm from Canada, and I wonder if you will do gift cards for the Tim Hortons, which we just answered. Yes,
Yes, absolutely.
the coffee shop will be Tim Hortons. I don't know if you want to speak to whether or not Starbucks will be in Canada. I know people are excited about that.
Um, I'm not sure. I need to check our
Not sure.
list.
Okay.
Yeah, where we are with approvals.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you. Our
but I
next
know I
question.
know
Oh,
for a fact that Tim Hortons is ready to go. So design ready, structure ready, graphics ready. We just need to implement it and test it.
okay. Good to hear. Our next question is from Zeko. Initially, the first phase of gift cards was said to be for the UK, US, and Canada. Oh, it's the same question. When can Canada
Yeah.
expect the Tim Hortons structures?
So the only reason why Canada is not in today's Hunter's Lodge is because the coffee shop is not ready yet, and the coffee shop is not ready because it's not a copy of the Sushi Quest like the Pizzeria Quest is. If the coffee shop would have been ready, we would have announced Tim Hortons also. But it's not ready yet, so Canada needs to wait a little longer. But as a result, I mean, as a side effect, they will be the first country that will have coffee shop gift cards.
Okay. Our next question is from Huntress. It's a related question. Will there be exports available for any pizza structures in Canada? If so, what brands are in the pipeline?
It's kind of the same again. So we at this point we do not have any approved pizzeria brands in Canada. So,
Okay.
but you will be able to build pizzerias. You'll still have to be able to do the pizza quest on any pizzeria in Canada, just like you can do the sushi quest.
The nice thing is once we do sign a deal and we get approval to do a pizza chain in Canada, we'll be able to just turn it on.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Our next question is from Dskin. Will we be able to merge pizza gift cards together so that we can redeem a larger amount?
No.
Yeah, the answer is no, but the gift cards don't immediately expire, so you can stack gift cards. You could get $10 one week, go the next week, get another $10. Just accumulate them that way, and then go have like a feast for your whole neighborhood if you want.
Okay. And our next question is from Makiki Tiki. How much Explorer XP will we get from city events?
Right. So city events, it's a little different than, for example, a monument quest like the volcano quest in Hawaii, because that's one thing you do and you get a chunk of XP. So city quests are going to be more like a whole bunch of different smaller things that are all over the city to do, and each of them gives smaller amounts of explorer quests. Explorer points, sorry. However, if you would do all of them, you would have slightly more than doing a monument quest. So there is absolutely a ton of both hunter leaderboard points and explorer leaderboard points to be gained in city quests.
Okay, thank you. Do you want me to do a couple of the potential questions? I think they can be modified to be appropriate for this Hunter's
Sure.
Lodge.
Uh,
Sure. So we
Oh,
have
hold on,
one.
one thing here. I see somebody say, can we get a list of future city events? No, because we are doing this pilot first. We need to see if this is actually something that you guys like and enjoy. If it's a big success, then we will do more cities. But we need everybody to show up on this first one here so we can actually feel if it's this worthwhile doing, because it takes a lot of time and effort to pull off an event like this.
Yeah, I mean, I know like a lot of it's dependent on like what brands come aboard, what our sales team's looking at, but certainly if we have a successful one in Arizona, I would love for the next one to be in Canada, either in Toronto or in Vancouver. But again, like Jeroen says, a lot of it's dependent on how many people show up and how successful the event is.
Okay. Thank you so much for that information. We have a question here. For the Pizza Quest, 5 minutes is still longer than it takes to get takeout, but it's a change in the right direction. Will you consider shortening the Sushi Quest from 45 minutes?
No, sushi quests are 99% are sit down.
Okay,
Sit
thank you.
down
Eat some
restaurants. So
sushi, guys. Come on. Support your local restaurants.
yeah, and get a dessert if you still have 10 minutes to go.
And then I'm going to modify a question from @Hugh9 here. Um, Suppose we build a sushi structure on a generic pizzeria, and then later you announce a new partner brand. Can we then move our pizzeria to a tag that is on that partner brand?
No, but what you can do by then, you will be able to put your pizzeria up for local auction, which will instantly free a slot to build yourself a new pizzeria. So you can just go and build a new one on the new tag. And then whoever wants to take over your old pizzeria can do so with a local auction.
Okay, that is good. And I'm scanning over these other potentials, and they've either been answered or outside the scope of this Hunter's Lodge, I think. So that would be the end of our questions. It is now 11:44. I hope everybody has put on their Zodiac QB because we are about to do the spin.
Okay. 1144 is the snapshot.
11:44.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's bring up the spin.
Okay, here we
Actually,
go. Oh,
hold on. We
I'm
need a drum.
holding.
We need a drum roll. Shit,
Wait, before
I,
we get to the spin, Raichu had a good suggestion, which is Toronto versus Vancouver. Whoever shows up most to the Phoenix event, that's who we would skew
fuck.
towards the next city event. So I actually think that's quite fair.
Yeah, I think that's true. Because if you look at the player base, Toronto and Vancouver are very similar in terms of daily active players there. So yeah, whoever shows up more in Arizona will get the next city event. How's that? Boom.
Okay, are those uncooked beans or is that like a promise bean?
No. We'll make that happen.
Okay, taking note. All right, so let's do the spin. Here we
Okay.
go.
Spin it. Come on, Taurus, Taurus.
All right, Taurus.
Ah.
Okay, we have Libra as the winner. So the time of snapshot was 11:44. Libra is the winner. Anyone who wore
And
any
Libra.
Zodiac QB will still get a prize. All right, let's go.
And yes, Minel Kukupas will say hi to you. He will not kick you in the nuts. Don't worry.
Whoa! Don't make some promises like that. We don't know.
I,
We don't
I
know
always
what's gonna happen.
That's an uncooked bean.
Yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen when I see him.
All right. Okay. Then that's it for today. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Like I said, in 13 minutes, the pizzeria restaurant blueprints will start showing up in the shop. We have our Easter event going on right now to go and hunt for some Easter eggs. It's a really cool event, I think. Came out really nicely. We have the battle for the leaderboards going on right now. So support for whoever is local and is making a push for it. Everybody knows how very hard it is to be in the podium. Top 5 is very hard. And at reset time, we'll have a new adventure road. You will see some changes in that as well. And then don't forget, mid-April, so in 2 weeks from now, we will have our MMA prediction contest. So lots of stuff happening, and we're only getting started. So
I saw some people talking about WrestleMania. So again, we sort of like build on the momentum of these things. So obviously if UFC 300 goes really well, then maybe we'll do something else with another event. WrestleMania could be a lot of fun.
yes, yep. All right, everybody. Happy hunting.
Happy hunting.